There are moments in football when every detail matters, when every movement on the pitch tells its own story, and when every fixture becomes an opportunity to understand the rhythm of the game on a deeper level. This content is designed to keep viewers engaged from the very first second, drawing them into a world where predictions are built on team identity, tactical tendencies, and long-lasting patterns. The goal is not only to present likely results but to build anticipation, create interest, and keep fans watching from start to finish. Today's matches come with contrasting styles, strategic approaches, and competitive tension. Some sides arrive with attacking ambition, others with structured defensive setups, and some with a blend of both. Each meeting carries its own character, its own flow, and its own story waiting to be understood. As we move through these fixtures, the focus stays on how teams approach certain phases of play, the kind of rhythm they create, and the patterns that tend to appear whenever these sides meet. This introduction sets the tone for a full journey into the expectations surrounding each fixture. Fans look for clarity and insight they can trust, and that is exactly what follows. What comes next is shaped by how these teams usually play, what they prioritize, and how their styles clash or complement one another. Now let's move into the matches. Manchester United vs Everton. Correct score 2-1. Over 2.5 goals. This fixture often leans toward a lively contest, built on the home side's desire to control tempo and create pressure early. They tend to generate strong attacking phases through wide channels and transitions, which forces Everton into deeper positions. When the home team builds momentum, they usually find ways to create multiple chances across the match. Everton, however, rarely travel with the intention of staying passive. They bring energy, direct movement, and the kind of forward runs that can trouble the opposition whenever space opens. Their structure helps them remain competitive, particularly in moments when they regain possession and push forward quickly. The rhythm of this match points toward both teams having openings, but the home side producing more decisive moments. Everton's commitment to pressing and countering often allows them to find a goal, but maintaining control for long stretches is difficult. The hosts usually turn pressure into results, especially in tight matches where small margins decide outcomes. A 2-1 result fits the expected pattern. Both sides contribute to the flow, chances appear frequently, and the pace naturally pushes the match toward more than 2.5 goals. Torino vs Como. Correct score halftime 0-0. Both teams to score. No, this meeting is shaped by structure more than anything else. Torino tend to begin games with caution, focusing on compact defensive organization and limiting access into central areas. Their early phases are about gaining control, not rushing forward. Como, against organized opponents, usually rely on careful build-up rather than aggressive risk-taking. Their progress often comes from wide areas, but Torino's discipline in those channels makes it difficult to create early chances. The pace favors a quiet opening. The match is likely to revolve around positional battles rather than open attacking exchanges, which naturally leads to a goalless first half. Both teams prefer safety in the early moments, making creativity limited and breakthroughs rare. Across the full match, the trend continues toward a low-scoring affair. Torino's defensive structure limits Como's attacking output, and Como's caution makes it unlikely they expose themselves enough to concede heavily. A result where at least one side fails to score aligns perfectly with these tendencies. Sassuolo vs Pisa. Correct score 0-1. Pisa win or draw. This fixture brings contrasting approaches. Sassuolo try to push forward with attacking intent, but their structure often leaves gaps in midfield and defensive areas. When opponents defend deeply and attack with precision, Sassuolo tend to struggle. Pisa thrive in this kind of situation. They are patient without the ball, disciplined in their shape, and effective when countering into open space. Their transitions can expose Sassuolo's defensive vulnerabilities, especially when the home side commits too many players forward. Sassuolo's main challenge is maintaining balance. When they lose control of the midfield, they become vulnerable to well-timed attacking movements. Pisa are consistent at waiting for the right moment, and they rarely need many chances to make an impact. A 0-1 outcome mirrors how these matches often unfold, Sassuolo having spells of possession, Pisa defending intelligently, and the visitors capitalizing on one of their key opportunities. The expectation of a win or draw for Pisa fits naturally with their reliability in tight, structured contests. Espanyol vs Sevilla. Correct score 0-1. Sevilla win or draw. Sevilla enter this fixture with the advantage of tactical organization. They control distance between their lines, reduce space for opponents to combine, and maintain defensive discipline throughout the match. Even when they do not dominate possession, they dictate the rhythm through their structure. Espanyol can be competitive, especially at home, but they often find it difficult to break down teams that manage tempo and spacing well. Their attempts to progress through central areas are usually disrupted by Sevilla's compact shape. Sevilla often keep matches like this narrow and controlled. They allow the opponent harmless possession while focusing on the moments where they can strike with efficiency. Their approach usually leads to a small but decisive goal margin. A 0-1 victory reflects their ability to remain patient, wait for key opportunities, and manage the match with maturity. A win or at least a draw fits consistently with their performance in tight away fixtures. Reims vs Montpellier. Correct score 2-1. Over 1.5 goals. This fixture promises movement and creativity. Reims bring a style based on quick combinations, forward rotations, and sustained attacking phases. They usually take initiative and push the match into a higher tempo. Montpellier, rather than sitting back, tend to respond by playing directly when they regain the ball. Their transitions are aggressive and often produce chances even when they are under pressure. This dynamic makes the match more open and more likely to produce goals. Reims, however, are typically the more efficient side in contests like this. Their balance when attacking and recovering helps them control momentum better than Montpellier, whose defensive structure can be exposed when play becomes stretched. A 2-1 outcome fits the expected pace, with both teams finding opportunities and the home side taking advantage of their stronger control in forward areas. Over 1.5 goals follows naturally from how both teams approach transitions and attacking phases. Across these fixtures, each meeting carries its own rhythm and its own tactical story. Manchester United vs Everton presents a lively contest with multiple goals and a narrow home win. Torino vs Como offers a controlled, quiet opening leading to a match with limited scoring. Sassuolo vs Pisa leans toward a disciplined away performance built on structure and efficiency. Espanyol vs Sevilla brings a tightly managed contest where the visiting side takes advantage of superior organization. Reims vs Montpellier produces a more open match with chances on both ends and decisive moments created by the home team. Final message for fans: thanks for staying through the full content. Your support keeps everything moving forward. Keep watching, keep sharing, and stay with the channel for more deep football insight, strong predictions, and detailed match expectations every time.